Hello, everybody. Sorry for the little delay. For it, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, there was a quite a bit, few disturbing reports coming in and out, and they're all connecting with certain things during the Alliance Gate. The energy's a little bit calmed down, but still, we go through emotions, we go through things. Some people contact me that were very emotional, felt a lot of pain, felt a lot of thanks. But it's all about you to understand for it. If you look within the description today, what I explained for it is like there is a truth about love in you, there is a truth in loving about them, and there is a truth that God knows for it. And that is my message to you. It is about stay with God. Anytime when you stay with God, within the truth, that's what matters the most for it. Today discussion is what are we doing after separation? Let it go and evolution. Now what? When you have the longing, what are you gonna do when you have the longing for it? By the way, that was a very good question. It comes in from our chat administrator, CF. And I want to say and recognize CF up here for it so much for his compassion, his love, his caring, and his energies that he actually changed and improved. And I'm so glad that he's here for it. So that's what we are going to talk about today. So keep it in mind that your job, okay, is sticking up with God, with the universe, with the truth from within you, and let the rest of the stuff to happen naturally. So let's recognize now here the people on the chat as usual. So we have Unseen, Unset, Diamond B, Anya. Hi, thank you for being here. And Smith, Lisa Doroshenko. Hi, Josh, Rami, CF, Purity Passion, Lisa Pergola, and Carol Lucy so far. Great topic, by the way. Great topic. The reason is for this great topic because all this that it's actually we're going to talk about it, it's through personal experience. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when uh, yeah, you're welcome, Lisa. Yeah, you're welcome. What are you going to do after you actually going to be abandoned? Actually, you are going to be discarded, or you're going to be treated with silence, or you are actually cut off this connection that you have within the soul with the person, and so on. So what's going on after all this? Okay, you let it go. You did let it go. You did evolve. Okay, you did evolve, and you understand the separation. But now you're longing. What are you longing for? You're longing for the missing energy. You're longing for the missed opportunity. You're longing for that love that you never felt from before. That longing can really drag you. It will drag you emotionally, it will drag you spiritually, it will drag your energy, can affect your health for it because it's deep, very deep. Also, you're going to feel like you have this void or hole from within yourself, emptiness, void space that you're avoiding. That's what this is. You avoid that void space from within you. And now you come to this state of what should I do? What is the best thing to do? Best thing you need to do is, first of all, get yourself out of the depression. Stop the negative thoughts. Stop the positions that are coming from within, and work on you to overcome that longing, to overcome this, because time, it's only understood within 3D, 4D. Time is understood as the present of now. Okay, but within, for example, within universe, the time that we are here as a lifetime, it's probably like a millisecond for the universe. It's like a millisecond for it. Okay, it's not like this. So when you evolve and you understand all this, you give that unconditional love into the longing. You need to keep the love that you had for them, keep the memories, keep the thanks for it, and keep the situations. You might also have other, that it's like an unfinished business, an unfinished saying. There is something that you never said, that it could be. I mean, throughout the years, I've spoken to a lot of the twin flames, even through my personal experience. One of the things are unsaid, then guess what? It's blockage, blocked energy. I see a twin flames after years pass. They feel how the karma is kind of like crushing them, and they feel like, dear, what should I do? I screw up. I was the one. It was my fault. It was the thing. I shared this experience later, and I said, like, write him a letter. And she did. She write the letter. I shared the letter. We talk about the runners in there, because the runners, they're running from the truth within them, and since they're running from the truth, they're covering the truth. They give you a silent treatment, because the truth, it's embarrassing. The truth is brings the guilt. The truth brings the false, the face mask, that you've been used for something, or wherever the my situation will be. uh, Uh, Lotus, Lily, you have been the only person explaining the twin flame catalyst and twin flame replacement. Thank you, dear. Yeah, you're welcome, Lotus, Lily. Thank you. Thank you for being here. But what to deal with the longing, the missing opportunity, the waste of time? What do you do with this? How you deal with it? The depression when that longing comes in, when the sad moment hits you, like, could have been better, it could have been right, it could have been truth, and you begin to maybe having like a little self judgment that you didn't did things right, but you look from within you and it's like, oh, I did things correct. There was a secret, there was a lies, there was a cheating, there was a whatever thing happened, and you look up to the divine, and divine tells you, I pulled them away because there was things that you don't know, things that weren't right. I didn't allow them to go in the next level with you until they don't fix their stuff. And that's what the runner is afraid of. The runner actually runs from accountability with God about the connections with you. And sometimes that longing within you is the only thing that's going to help you is the connections with God, nothing else. That's what's going to help you. After a separation, you let it go. You do the things that you needed to do. Okay, you probably forgive. You probably those things. I mean, forgiveness is not like most people think. Okay, forgiveness is very hard process for it. Uh, we're talking about from divine point of view. It's completely different story than what people think that is. But you evolve. You evolve from that story. You look at it within your spiritual evolution. And now, after it getting done, it was like, what was this all about? What do you want it to do? And there's going to be a energy that you kind of like dig for tender longing, digging what you might be looking at your pictures, you might be having good memories or bad memories, wherever the things are coming from with you, going in and out, the longing. You might be pissed off, you might be angry, you might be want to swear, you might be fell in love. You go through the emotions like an elevator from the first floor to the 150th floor, like you went up so high with them within the divine, and then the elevator goes down into the first floor and you're crashing, you're crying, you're trying to heal. But what are you trying to heal? What you're trying to heal is that missing, that longing from within you. And the divine comes in at the point to play. And it's like, here is, you learn. You learn the pain that happened to you. You learned the situations that happens to you. Now go help. At least go help others. And that's what's going to help you. When at that moment of longing hits you, you help others better to understand the situations from it. Okay? Not something else, but that. Now you're doing the God's job because of maybe you and your person, okay, have this to helping others, to show how you overcome this. Okay, but now the person is gone. But the God's time, the God's positions, the love, the frequencies, that part that you should have done supposed to together, you're doing on your own. You carry on the mission from within you. That is that love with God for it. That's what the God put you and them together. But if God sees them that they're not worthy, or for whatever reasons they cannot handle these vibrations, or they do something that they shouldn't, okay, then God just do it for it. There is a lot of different cases now within the new cycles, the new energies that we enter. We're talking about the truth. And specifically, I want to say thanks to all of you who work within that truth. You're living on that truth, staying in that truth. You probably felt the grit that we're building for the truth, and it's something it's coming. Something is going to use that grit. The universe somehow is going to use it. I don't know how, but that was the revelations of the Lion's Gate. Okay, and you want to understand that the whole this process, the whole this situations was the truth, and you are longing to it. The real reason why you're longing, that it's it because you're missing the truth. The things are not balanced. The things are missing. The things are gone. That is left this balance, imbalance from within you. But when you look at it to the divine little by little is going to heal you. They're going to show you, they're going to help you, they're going to do everything for within you, and that is going to help you to do the mission. You need to understand that after the longing passed, you're going to look up to God again, and you're going to get this new gift that God gives you, replacement of that energy from within you. Okay, because God takes away, but also gives. All right, because God knows how to maintain balance with for it. Now, if your person begins to do other things and continues kind of like suppressing that success or so on, um, you need to understand God knows about karma, and karma comes in one way or another to play for it. Especially nowadays, it's been very. I seen people that coming in and talk about this. Um, Diana, thank you for coming in the chat. Good morning to you. I'm happy to see you here. All right. So with the longing, okay, you're gonna find a lot of answers. Okay, that could be an answers of unanswered questions. And once you kind of like find yourself of this energy of the longing for it, you will find a power that God left from within you. And that power is going to tell you, listen, share your story, share your experience, say good words to people who's been damaged like you do. That is going to help them heal. Share your story, wherever your story is, for it. So from experience, I look at it that whatever happened to me in whatever the years, always been happening like this. People did not value God's love that comes to it. People makes wishes to God, and when God give them that wish, it's just like the princess asking for a prince. And guess what? When she gets the prince, she puts her ego in there, forgetting about she asked about the prince. Usually, the connections between soul connections, okay, I'm talking about generally here. The soul connections are based out of wish upon a star. You are wishing for it, and God says, "Okay, I'm wishing you, since you wished, and since you did." Maybe some point your soul connection will tell you, you know what, I was told that I need a older person. I needed someone a little bit to help me to grow, so I can help you to understand, I can help you look, and so on. And guess what? They actually said what they were asking for the universe for it. And all of a sudden, you're coming into this to play. And now what happened is later on they are changing their wish. Oh, it's not that what I was wishing for. Why? Because the one wish came from the soul, got hurt the soul, and it says, I'm sending you. And now the wish of the ego goes against it. And that is that fights that happens, the fights within the egos for it that cause the separation. But after the separations, what do? Are you going to go back to God for it and understand? Or you are going to go back into the longing? And that is the longing actually, if you look at it within the way, it helps you to find your true powers from within you and your devotion to the divine energies for it. Your devotions to others, your devotions to the love, to help. This is kind of like a very high quality of empathy within the divine. Okay, people talking about empathy, like you may have empathy with people and so on and so on. You may have empathy for people who's been hurt, and you may have empathy with an energy, which is you are a Reiki healer and so on. Thinking about empathy and with a relationship and divine, that is a so other energy that a lot of the people don't have for it. And the empathy with the divine is that what heals you. Divine heals you with empathy from them, from the divine energies that come to you, but you actually does that empathy go back into the divine for it by that same energies they give it to you. You give it to others, and that's how divine works. Divine always works through others. Okay, there is a collective energies, as you guys know, specifically nowadays within the new cycle, you feel the gravity and the energy, and you know what's going on. Okay, but when you go out and look for advices, you're looking for things for it, the divine always going to talk to you through you to others. and that will help you healing the longing. But you will understand that through the longing you find a gift that God gave you. All right, because of this. All right, maybe someone like your soulmate, you may feel like they sabotage you, they're blocking you, don't want to talk to you, they don't want to clear the things out. You see, they not clear things out with you now. They don't clear out the things with God, with the divine. And that's what sometimes when you hear something happen to them, or something didn't happen to them, or whatever the case might be, or they hiding from you. What are they hiding from you? They hiding the reason why God pulled them from you. That's what this is. And that's what a lot of the twin flames, they have to illuminate themselves to overcome that. They gotta be the truth. If they're not the truth, then things get ugly. But you gotta be the servant. If you're a twin flame, I spoke about this many years ago for it. If you're on a soulmate twin flame connection, or soulmates with higher purpose, or wherever your situation might be, okay, you need to understand you've got this knowledge, you've got these things to help others. You might not have to have a platform like I do. You may not have to have Facebook and post things like this, because the universe is going to send you the people that you are going to work with. They're going to be naturally drawn to you, as long as you want it to perform on that, to use your gift. A lot of the twin flames, they don't use their gifts because of their more focus of the longing process. They stay within the longing process. They stay in that hole for a very long time. I see a people that they are kind of like in astrology wise, that is a what we call it a T square. Okay, the T square, that is an aspect of three planets, okay, which is they are forming one triangle with an push energy for it, and they are one. They're one against each other, and there is one at the top, and they form that triangle, and they cannot get out for it. The only way to get out if when those three planets they have a different aspects. Okay, some of the astrologers they call this the triangle of hell, kind of like you're running around this triangle or you're running yourself out in a cycles, and that longing is one of these cycles. Question is you get off of this longing after you illuminate yourself that everything has its purpose. What was your purpose in this connection? Your purpose in this connection was to show your best qualities, the divine's performance, the love, the caring, the compassion, and so on for it. What did you got of that connection? Maybe you got whatever you got. All right. Maybe you not get what you were supposed to getting. But guess what? God knows what the real case is. God watches all one thing, not your thinking, not your energy. God watches actions on art. That's what he cares about. Are you going to willing to perform your duties so you can bring the heaven that you know what it is, that heavenly love that you felt, that heavenly love, that heavenly vibrations, that heavenly knowledge, that new ethics, that new morals that you have as a divine being up here. That's what the primary missions is. All the twin flames have something to do with that. Okay, all of them. Okay, but if you're a true twin flame, you're a true twin flame. You work with the truth, not with any other things for it. The longing can be caused also within your soulmate. They're missing. Your soul connection, they're missing you. They are doing it, but the fear in them, to tell you the truth, is larger than the love they feel within them, because they are stuck of this longing. They are stuck within this sadness for it. So look those energies within yourself. Find yourself where you are, but don't stay so much within the longing. The longing usually takes about quite a bit of time until you get out, and there could be an aftermath. So, for example, I'm working with someone who separates with their twin after 6 years. They've been having connections for it, and now it comes in. It's like, "Hey, Dio, this happened, and now I'm crying. I'm in pain. I can't handle it. This is so much. Yeah, the pain is so much, and for it, and so on. I'm sad, and this longing for it. Why? And I look at it and I said, listen, you need to look from within. You learn that lesson, grow with it. Look at it with the pain. That is the unhealed portions from within you. Your ego wants to be with them, or your ego was hurt, and now that pain is there. Look within your soul. What do you see? Well, he's got to be happy for himself. Okay, great. How about he's missing you and he's trying to figure it out, that longing within them, okay, to realize that he actually misses you, and now you feel that pain is the same. So through that knowledge, you can help someone who is in these depressions at the moment, at the present time, with the understanding. So use that separation that it was. Maybe it was horrible separation. Maybe it was unjustified situation. Maybe there was a discard. Maybe there was a something totally yucky. Okay, but guess what? You learned. You let it go of this. You learn. You evolved. You evolved for that reason. When the longing comes in within you, you to look at it now from a higher perspective, you to test your evolution, you to test your love, you to test the let go, you to be a divine person. That's what this is for it. Yes, with some of them, the case of the situation, there will be this balance of give and take. Okay, that's what the karma is for it. So you guys will have to let it go this to God. Don't go out there and do a judgment calls or whatever. I mean, I see some ugly stuff within the twin flames. Okay, restrain orders or go into a court and a crap and so on for it. Okay, leave it to God. You will understand. God is so powerful. The universe is so powerful. You need to understand that when they didn't play by what God gave them, they have dealings with Him. How they dealing with them, it's not your business. Your business is how you deal with God. That's why after the longing process, some of you get illuminated. That's why some of you are here, because God show you you were the truth. You are everything to me. Now I'm going to reveal other powers to you. Now I'm going to reveal through this. Now I'm going to get you through the gate. Now I'm going to handle you. You did the right thing. You're like an angel on earth. Do you think the person who screw up gets that? They don't. Okay? They don't understand this process. But I know some of you here are in the same that energy that God carry you as an angel. God gives you the power of the truth Because guess what? You are that truth. You develop it from within you. Now the divine is giving you those gifts. But why? To show them what he does when the truth is there. And why you do the truth, and you do your actions, you do this, and for it. And somebody's crying now from happiness. I think I know who that is. For it, too. I won't mention names, but yeah, you guys know. Now you illuminate yourself. What was the longing for it? Yeah, the energy is too high right now, so hopefully we're not going to interrupt any connections, reconnections up here. So yeah, but dealing with the longing, you're going to be, unfortunately, because that longing is actually the end of the cycle, but beginning of a new cycle for you, new things for you. Whatever God wants you to promise it, He is trying to fulfill your promises for it. I stated a long time ago, as Lisa said about the replacement. Okay, God won't leave you empty-handed. Okay, He's trying to give you the best as He can. That's why Uranus is like this. Uranus is the universe. Sudden changes. And you're wondering what happened all of a sudden. That's what this is. If you know astrology, you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, Uranus and the current North Node are together, sudden changes. You might go like on the roller coaster of changes, up, down, up, down, up, down. There's reason for it. You evolve from this. Okay? And that's what this is. Some of you don't feel that much up and down because you already went through that up and down before. You're more trained. You know how to balance things. But for those who is the very first time, be patient with yourself. Be patient. Let the divine does its divine time for it. Divine knows what is the best for it because they know things you may not know. They understand things that you don't, and they do things that it's beyond your ability and capability of doing. Okay, but you gotta stay within that truth. You gotta stay within that unconditional love from within you. You have to go out there and serve others to help, and that is gonna ending your longing process, but it's also is gonna give you fulfillment within the divine for it. Because when you went into the divine and you tell them, yes, I will be with this person, that is worse than you go to the church and in there in the church in the front of the priest you got married. Now you have a binding contract. People don't understand binding contracts, but binding contracts with divine, it is about contract that you need to fulfill in there, and you trust God. Okay, that is your personal relationship with God for it. And yeah, some of you blaming God. No, God had nothing to do with it. The person and the relationship within themselves, they don't understand themselves, they don't understand what they get in themselves into it. That's what is the problem. Maybe that person is also you. Okay, maybe you don't understand everything for it. But there is only one thing you need to do: stay together with the divine, your personal connections with the divine, nothing else. All right, guys. So that's what I'm leaving you here. You guys right now can ask me some questions for it. All right. Diana, yes, exactly. for it. Let me go back into the chat because I see your last message. For yeah, it's requirement. Dear longing is the most. Yeah, it's requirement. Dear longing seems the most true and natural thing to do. I found it difficult to trust anything I'm asking to do now. It's hard after you've been breaking up of disconnections to trust. It's probably going to be hard for you to trust and open up with this kind of love. It's hard for you, probably even you're looking for a partner. It's hard for you even to imagine that you're going to be with someone else. But that is the longing, that is the hole. Because you still hold on to what was already lost, or you think it was lost. Okay? It stays there. The energy stays there, somewhere out there. That energy between you and your soulmate or twin flame, okay? It's unsolved, unresolved. And that energy is out there in the universe waiting to fulfill it. Okay? That is called karma. You have something to do with them. Maybe not now, maybe not in the next 10 lives, but that energy wants to comes in and conform to perform itself, to fulfill the promises to the divine. And divine will find a way. That's what that is. There was a story a long time ago. I heard it from a people who are twin flames. They were running from each other for a very long time. They ended up having married other people. They had kids and so on. So they both had to go to a same town. I guess what happened with the divine? The divine put them to seat right next to each other in the airplane. And guess what? They were arguing first, and they asked the stewardess to go ahead and change the seat. And she's like, there is nothing I can do for you guys. You just have to get along. Which was the divine. So what happened is they talked to each other throughout the flight, okay? And they figure out their issues. They get off of that plane with one thing. We are going to do the right thing. We're going to be the truth. And we are going to be a public servant. And these people, I know them. They are serving in a spiritual community right now. They are part of I Am movement. And I've been talking to them. That's how I know the story. Because I was talking to them one-on-one. And that's what this is. It's divine is in control, not you. And divine doesn't like you too longing. The divine wants to show you, hey, do the mission with me. I'll give you the happiness. That's what this is. All right. Time to look at the chat from for it. Lisa, I had to move on and bring other opportunities to my life, but when it comes to dating others, I have no desire, but I longing for that same kind of connection with someone. You will long that same kind of connection with someone. Some of you is going to get lucky. Some of you actually is going to get connection higher than that. Seen it, done it, and seen it from other people. Okay, they call it different names. One of the term lately has been using is like my twin flame doesn't want to work with me, but I have this soulmate with higher purpose. All right. So you do all this for it, Lisa. Yes, but you need to understand that God, when it comes in, if God wants you to be with that person, he's going to put more love that you cannot even stand on it. No matter what you do, you can't stand that love. You can't withstand the God's love. And guess what? You're going to open again. You're going to open your heart. You're going to open for love. You're going to be open for happiness. You're going to be open to create a family. But that is because God sees things you don't. All right. So stay with God. And that's what that said a long time ago. Who walks with God always reaches destination. That's what these three hearts are for. Okay. That's what they are. That's you. That's the person. That's God. But they're all together. They are the same. 15 people watching, 15 likes. Wow. 15, 15. 4. Thank you for discussing the topic, which is affecting me or listening, Lisa. Okay. You have been, okay, I already read this. Yes, my connection with God is all if it's rely on me heavily. Okay, pay it forward. Being a twin flame is wonderful. Yes, purity. Liking the beautiful, baby. Hi. Thank you for coming into the chat. 4. Lisa, Dio, that message brought me to tears. Very powerful truth. Yes, it is very powerful truth. 4. Now 16 people watching, 16 likes. Okay, I don't know, something with the numbers. Diana, benefiting the community seems to be a requirement to be a successful twin flame. The relationships between you and a twin comes second, what I found in my experience. Exactly. That's what comes in. You need to understand there's going to be a point of time that you need to work in your material world. So your material world to support your world. And sometimes twin flames lose that because of it. But yes, divines come first, and then second comes in your twin flame. Okay. And if your twin flame is jealous or something, or whatever the case might be, you're gonna see things from within. So yeah. But Diana, that's how you're not only your experience, mine as well, and quite a few other people as well too. So Carl Lucy, do we longing is mostly gone now. Getting involved with my TF seems the most true and natural things to do that time. Because of that, I found it difficult to trust anything if you ask me to do, if I'm asked to do now. When it's mostly gone, okay, you will be getting involved in something. One way or another, it's going to be like a new life. You want to have a new life. Oh. Mm-hmm. I think the most true natural thing to do this time. Trust. Once the trust is broken, it's hard to be redeveloped. Okay, but to regain the trust, you have to look at the past, the mistakes of the past, creative corrective actions, and fix them, and don't repeat the same mistakes over and over. Sometimes this is a journey from within. Sometimes this is how the things are to be tested, or maybe God's gonna ask you to test you again. Are you gonna repeat the same stupid mistakes that you did? Probably some of you did, some of you did not. Probably some of you did something different, something opposite, but you are going to go back to God one way or another for advice, for things, and so on. For it. Chrissy B, the sound it's keeping. If anyone else have trouble, do you guys have a problem hearing me? Okay. Thanks, Purity. All right. Thank you for it. Josh, an elephant in the room with a lot of people is the inoculation that has been pushed worldwide. This coming in effect with twin flames as gripping severe energetic consequences. You need to understand the consequences with the energies are very. Here, we're not talking about you dealing with emotions, but if you create actions within your energies for it, uh, there are also actions. Okay. And if you did something with your actions that was despicable, this forgivable, this whatever it is, those energies, ultimately they will hurt the person, but they will come back to you, haunt you. And you need to understand what you send out is going to actually come back to you at some point. So there is a consequences in there. There is a really consequences for, and you got to be very careful with the consequences of. That is about the balance of the energies exchanges, because universe, God looks this energies exchanges, these energies comes back, and sometimes some of the family, and they have to learn that lesson of give and take. And you see it in the dynamics. There wasn't give and take equality. That's what the family kind of like broken apart for it. That's what's the one reason you're looking for your twin flame for it. But when the question is, what do you do when you get into the twin flame? And I stated a long time ago, even to my main video that stays on the top. If you guys pay attention to it, the very first video, one of the channel, you search for the channel, it says, educate yourself before you act, something like that. But educate yourself. That video, I made it the very first time when I was awakening for it. It's one of my first videos, lack of education. Lack of educations of ethics, morals, lack of educations to understand what twin flames is. People 4 or 5 thousand years ago, they had more values within them about the relationship between husband, wife, and God compared to what we do have now. I'm not saying that more atheists are here. No, I'm saying that the people, they don't even care. I see the younger generations for it. They drink their water, and we have a school right here, right behind this building. There is a school, and I see the kids. They're drinking the water, and they're just throwing right there the empty bottle. And this morning I was walking Sensei, and I see the teachers going around with big bags with plastic bottles piled it up in there. The younger generations needs to learn things for, but I guess we have to go back in time and fix some of the things for it. That God's gotta come first, family second, and the business third. Okay, that's what this is. For